suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find mutt without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
Hey, over here. You don't look like you're in a rush anywhere.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troska.
You're welcome. At least it was good.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offense, but
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
How does he show off for the girl?
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue. Otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
Hey, you.
I'm Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here.
I ain't. I'm...
Where are you headed? If you're...
For work. To the city. They all promise the moon, but then with the city folk.
You said you were going to a city?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long. Just until I find a way to make a living.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook, or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
You're something like...
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while.
Then why are you begging?
Sometimes I collect, but on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller or a gnome.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people.
I'd like to see what the...
You can go and see.
I'm practically naked. Nobody...
At least you're not walking around bare-assed. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe.
What armor are you talking about? Sir Brunswick?
Oh, nothing. It's just a local legend. They say a famous knight lived here who killed a ferocious lion and saved a many-headed dragon. Or the other way round. It doesn't matter. I don't even know.
And is the armor real?
Maybe. Maybe not. Geibel, the scribe, might know something about it. He has a lot of learned books. I don't know my letters.
Hello, hello.
I'd prefer something a little more ordinary. I'd like to blend in with the local.
After what you did here with that friend of yours. But between the two of us, it's easy enough to scrounge up a shirt.
Thanks. These will come in handy.
Just don't get yourself caught.
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green.
The hell you will. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's
Wow.
Yeah, don't start crying.
Damn. I could use a horse.
Don't exaggerate. This province is small.
Still, it'll be...
There's a stud farm in Semi.
And which way is...
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road goes right there from the green. Just go down the hill. Once you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though, I'll be a queen before you can afford a horse from Semine.
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semi.
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout he was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way. Oh well. It was nice to meet you.
Don't worry, you'll manage.
Oh, I really bet.
Good.
Next time, have a bath before you come to see me, you pig.
I met the local beggar.
But she's here again? Oh, confound it. But we'll get rid of her somehow, you'll...
What?
You didn't give her any money? A rabble like that are like stray cats. Feed them...
No, she just told me you might know...
Armor? Unless you want to join the local watch, I don't think... Unless, maybe, Radovan, the blacksmith from Takhov.
But Barra told me you might know of something better.
Oh, that? Lad? 'tis but a legend.
What legend?
There are actually two legends, or even three. Well, it doesn't really matter. Why are you so interested anyway? Fine armor like that belongs in the hands of a knight.
Oh, come now. Surely you're not going to keep that legend to yourself. Do a fellow scholar a service.
Youngster, being able to piss your name in the snow doesn't make a scholar out of you.
I beg your pardon?
All right. No need to lose your temper. I'll tell you. In short, they say the armor of ancient Bohemian Prince Brunswick is hidden here, waiting for some valiant knight to find it. I don't believe it, of course. After all, I'm educated.
Who exactly?
You don't know, lad? Educate yourself. Brunswick was a famous Czech prince who won the lion for our country's coat.
Really? How is it that I've never heard?
Perhaps Prince Vladislav II got the lion for our coat of arms for helping Emperor Frederick I, known as Redbeard.
But you just said that...
Brunswick is just a legend, but a quite...
Could you recount for me the legend of Brunswick?
Well, why not? Brunswick was a valiant Bohemian prince. He lived in a time when our country had an eagle on its coat of arms, but that wasn't good enough for him, so he decided to head out into the world and gain the mark of a more powerful animal.
A man after my own heart.
You may think so, but her name was Ludmilla, and she begged Brunswick 100 times to stay home, but he just couldn't still. He loved her very much, so he took her ring and told her that unless someone came and showed her that ring during the next 7 years, she should wait for his return. But if he failed to return after 7 years, that would mean he would never return. So he took her ring and told her that unless someone came and showed her that...
My main concern is getting to that wedding and...
Started smithing the gift for the groom.
It doesn't really matter. Perhaps Prince Vladislav II got the lion for our coat of arms.
And what happened next?
Brunswick's party set out to sea, but didn't get far. They were drawn in by an island with a mysterious mountain of amber that holds all ships and prevents them from leaving. Over time, the men on the deserted island died of starvation, leaving only Brunswick, who noticed that once, and so the clever knight hid in his horse's hide at just the right time. And when the bird came, it mistook him for prey and carried him away. So Brunswick wandered on. After some time on the road, the prince came across something unprecedented. A duel between a lion and a 9-headed dragon. So, what do you...
Well, the dragon is certainly much stronger than a lion. So...
Nonsense. Brunswick rushed to out the lion, and together they killed the dragon. From that time on, they were stalwart companions. Except, by then, it was already too late. It had his wife, Ludmilla, who had until that time valiantly resisted all suit. At the wedding feast, Brunswick managed to drop the ring in her cup, so it all turned out well. For Brunswick, that is. Not so for Ludmilla's new groom, but the...
Where did Brunswick's armor come?
It is said that George the Lion of Württemberg brought it here. He was the nephew of Lord Chenyek of Württemberg, who built Trusky. This George spent a lot of time with King Wenceslas. A suspiciously long amount of time, if you know what I mean.
I think I get the picture.
And it is said that one day a lion escaped from the king's menagerie, and George overpowered it with his bare hands and laid it at the king's feet, still alive. As a reward, Wenceslas gave young Wartenberg the name Lion and the armor of his ancestor, Prince Brunswick. Only Sir George didn't live to enjoy it for long. He caught the plague at a tournament abroad and died on his way back to his king. Specifically, while visiting his uncle here. Of course, the king wanted his armor back, but Lord Chenyek didn't want to give it to him, claiming he had the hereditary right to it. It looked like Wenceslas would lay siege to Trotsky, but fortunately Lord Chenyek was completely destitute by then, so he sold all of Trotsky and the armor to the king.
Well, if the king was so endeared with Brunswick's armor...
Because he didn't have any choice, my friend. He never found the armor. Lord Chenyek was as cunning as a fox. While he did leave the armor here, he never told anyone where. It's said he hid it so it could only be found by a true knight, each piece in a different place. Or so they say round these parts. Who knows if there's any truth to the tale?
And do you know where I could find Brunswick's armor?
Yes, lad, if it even really exists. But I do have a little bit of advice for you. Sir Chenyek, who they say hid the armor, left behind a riddle. It's a test that must be passed by whoever wants to find it. Do you want to hear it?
And how did that riddle go?
Wait, how was it? I've got it. Take your leave of crone and maiden, standing tall behind the gates. Boldly go towards true midnight. In caverns cold your prize awaits. Pass through the all of forest kings, hidden deep from hunter's gaze. Standing tall, 2 guards of stone, behind whom yearned for treasure lays. Between them stands a mighty rock, a subtle niche, yet deeper still, a place to give one's art to God. Behold, my armor gleaming still.
Uh-huh.
Answers come to the wise.
The crone and the maiden towards midnight. We've got... Well,
Hold on. Sir George, who previously owned the armor, wanted to have a nice poleaxe made in Prague, too. But he died of the plague before he could do it. I'm not too certain about Brunswick and his armor, but this is certainly true, because I have a copy of George's order here. Here, take it, as a keepsake. And now, go. Did they rob you or what, Ben? I'll have a look at... Why are you wasting my time if you don't want to?
Mind where you're going. Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
Did you drink away your hose?
Why?
Have you come to break some more stuff? If you want.
Greetings, neighbor.
God bless you.
Greetings to you.
I'm sorry.
Finally, I won.
Doesn't it bother you walking around here like some greeting?
Show me your where.
Hey, did you forget your clothes?
I'd like to buy something. Where can I find...
If it's a tradesman you're after, most of your best bet is to ask our merchant Jörg.
What's new in...
I heard something's going on in Takoff again. Project the Innkeeper is probably coming up with some mischief to pull on the jelly. Will they never cut it out? They're big. And now I've been visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
What do you mean, more?
That we found someone buried here? Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Most of them are but also, if it wasn't bad enough, that gang of now someone's stealing cabbage from the peasants. What a disaster.
Cabbage?
I and the peasants won't stop bugging me about it. I was just visited by a peasant from Jadar. He's been talking my ears off for God knows how long. Say, do I really have to do this? Do I have the time to look for some moron stealing
बाइक क्वालिटी सही है यार ये कि पिक्सेलेट हो रहा है.
That sounds interesting. Thank you. Excuse me. I'm looking for the man who was in the pillory with me yesterday.
I can't help you with that.
I'd like to report an ambush. Some scoundrels...
That's a serious matter.
Well,
I don't understand why he's not lodging a complaint himself. And why not...
It's a long story.
Sorry, fella, but I'm not sure. If you were telling the truth, why don't you bring your lord here and we can talk it all over calmly? I'm sorry. Until
Good bye, good. System by system.
I need to speak with Sir Otto.
With the Royal Chamberlain?
Why not?
I'd like to talk to him too, boy. But he's still in Prague. He's hardly ever here.
And where do I find...
Where do you think?
But they won't let me in.
What do you want me to do about... I'm not going to put in a word for... Someone will take care of it. It's not my shift now.
I said surrender. Come on, surrender. Last chance to surrender peacefully.
Arrest him! My God!
Quite enough. You've been loitering around where you shouldn't have. Don't think you've been accused. You'll pay a fine. And if I don't find...
कोड़े मार रहे हैं भाई. The fuck भाई. बाप रे, इतना मार दिया मेरे को भाई.
Are you yanking my pizzle, or just really trying to piss me off? You wouldn't like me.
Shut your... I won't be intimidated by a coward like...
Die, Lucky.
Hey, get him!
Time.
I met the local...
She's here.
What?
You didn't get rubble.
No.
Arm unless...
But... What?
It's... There are wire.
That may be true. But even the I might be...
Aiming a bit high, starting with knightly armor, aren't you? How about starting with our...
Excuse me?
All right. No need to lose your temper. In short, they say the armor of ancient boat... I don't...
Who excuse... Really?
Perhaps...
But...
Runs...
Could you...
Well, run so he...
A man up...
You may earn it still, but...
Damn.
Don't skip ahead. Bronze over and so after so...
Well, considering what he later had...
Smart. Brunswick rushed to out the line and from except his one at the verb.
Where did...
It is this...
I think I...
Man as a only... Of course. Look...
Well,
Lord, it's... Or...
And do you know where I could find Brun...
Yes, but I'd search Chen. You...
And how do...
I've got to pass the...
The crone and the maiden towards midnight. Bloody hell.
Really? Well, seems you've got something between your ears then, lad. And you know what? I've got something else for you. Sir George, I'm not too... And now, go.
I'd like to...
If it's your best...
What's new?
Project... And now, he said...
What do you know?
I've been forced now.
Cabin?
I say... And that...
That sounds... Excuse...
I can't...
What's new?
I was... He said...
What do you...
That we found... I've been...
I'd like...
That's as...
Well...
I don't...
It's a...
Sorry. If you... I'm sorry.
Greetings to you. Put that weapon away.
All right? Go. You're up early. I'll have a look at the...
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything? Hey?
God be with you.
अब ठीक है.
What's that I hear?
अभी ऊपर क्या बना आ रहा है? हैं?
What are you barging in here for?
What would you like? I'll have a look. Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything then? Eh? You shouldn't be here.
गुस्सेल है भाई यहाँ के लोग.
Good to see you.
Look out!
Welcome. You can buy everything you need from me, but excuse the selection. A few days ago, when I was returning with new goods, the horse, I salvaged some things, but...
Were there any valuables?
You bet. Lord Simeon ordered all sorts of delicacies and precious spices from me for the wedding feast. And for Taylor Bartushak, I was carrying expensive fabrics to make dresses for the occasion. If you only knew how much coin I spent on this.
And where did the wagon...
On the roads near the Catchuck Pond, beyond Jelly-Off. You can still find it there. I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off. but what can I do? Me too, but...
I wanted to ask you. I'm not from here, and I'd like to get my bearings. You look like a merchant to me, so you probably know best.
Ja, natürlich, you're not from here. Everyone around here knows that, after what happened in Betty's Tavern. Aber das ist deine Sache. That is your business. Also, what...
Where can I find a church round here?
If you want. Die Rettung deiner Seele, junger Mann. You have to go through the forest to Aujetz and to St. Katharinen. Herr von Berger does have a chapel in his castle, but it's not for commoners like... We do not go there either. The gravedigger Ignatius takes care of burials outside the village. And weddings usually... No one wants to pay the church more than they have to.
Can I find...
Zum Glück nicht, junger Mann. I'm the only merchant here. Oh, natürlich. There is Bartosz, the tailor. He lives... The apothecary, Emmerich, lives across from me. They are a hand in glove, or more like hat in hat.
What do you mean by that?
Nichts weiter. Just that they play at being along with the scribe Geibel. They're always studying, but of the three, perhaps only Geibel knows Latin.
Is there anyone else?
Oh, yeah. Beyond the tailor's house on the edge of the village is where Bashka, the butcher, lives. Opposite the Rathaus is the carpenter. The rest of the villagers are just peasants.
Is there any...
Certainly. Stirring up trouble and sticking your nose into other people's business. Here in the village, we don't care much for outsiders.
I understand that, but we were out...
Ach so, ich verstehe. The woods have been full of all manner of revelries. That is all because of the war. Verdammte Schurken.
So you've already heard about these bandits?
About those ones in particular, or about others. Every time I go to the town, the bailiff must send an armed escort with me.
So the road...
Ja, das kann man wohl sagen. Herr von Bergo should do something about it. But Herr Otto spends more time in Prague than here. And Chamberlain Ulrich...
Where do you go for wares? What's the closest town?
The closest is Sobotka. The biggest Gichin. What you call Gichin. And farther north there is Turnov. Half of that one belongs to...
Is it far?
Das kommt darauf an. Wenn du was brauchst, the goods I have here will have... I do not think you will get to the town.
Show me your... Worried about the price?
Good.
Here. And something for your trouble.
Oh, nein. Thank you, and take care.
Oh, damn.
You've no business here. I never want to see you here again without permission. If anything's missing, I know who to go and see. I'm going to check.
Greetings. Let's talk about the price.
Natürlich, kein Problem.
What would you say to...
That's more like it. Lawyer?
That's a decent price.
Das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen.
क्रेजी भाई, गुस्सा कर रहे हैं भाई बेमतलब में भाई। मेरे को थोड़ी पता भाई वो घर है उसका भाई। एक तो भाई इसका मैप तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा बड़ा है भाई।
Who's got?
क्रेजी भाई, घोड़े हैं भाई सामने भाई। चुरा लूं क्या एक?
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
फ्रेश हर्ब स्पॉइल, ओ तेरी, ये सब भी है क्या? हर्ब स्पॉइल हो जाते हैं? अभी तो आप पैदल परेड करोगे? आई ओ अच्छा, पैदल जाऊंगा। हाँ भाई ट्रू भाई, अभी तो मैं गरीब हूँ भाई। एक तो भाई बार बार एक्स दब जाता है भाई, क्योंकि पहले एक्स से जंप था। तलवार निकाल लेता भाई ये। ड्राई करना पड़ता है क्या? रुक अभी ट्राई करता हूँ, देख। अभी डांट रही थी, अभी गॉड ब्लेस यू बोल रही है भाई।
Was wünschst du, mein Freund?
ये ले भाई, तू कर ले भाई सारे ड्राई। करता रहे बैठ के ड्राई अपने घर पे।
I'd like to discuss the price.
Natürlich.
क्रेजी भाई, बस इतना मिल रहा है?
How's this?
We're nearly there. Ja, das ist gut. Finally a good price. Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Good to see you.
I'm sorry.
Fuck you, Horsan!
Are they yanking my pistol?
नाइस भाई, लड़ो लड़ो।
I don't have time for bollocks. Fuck! Go fuck yourself. Big mistake, you.
मस्त भाई, दो बंदर लड़ रहे भाई।
Why did you do that?
हैं? मैंने क्या किया भाई?
Send my greetings to the dead. Now it's your turn, you shit.
That madman. Why did he do it?
You never saw that coming.
पागल है क्या? मैंने क्या किया भाई? हाँ, मार दिया भाई इसको।
What the? Are you all right? Hey, wake up!
Holy
डैम भाई पिटाई होगी इसकी तो।
Have you come to break some more stuff?
I'd like something to
If
eat.
you want something, wait till I stop being angry. And if you don't have any...
Hey, innkeeper, that beer? Good day. Excuse me. One beer.
क्या है बे?
Greetings. Same to you.
I apologize. God in heaven, your seat.
अब फिर किधर जाऊँ मैं अभी? हेलो
Greetings to you.
What's new in...
I was just visiting. He said he was a week. I've been...
That sounds...
Excuse me. You shouldn't be loitering around here.
ब्रो व्हाट? रास्ते से जा रहा हूँ भाई मैं तो।
You shouldn't be bothering us here.
भाई व्हाट? किधर जाऊँ भाई मैं फिर? हद है भाई। यहाँ से वो डांट लगा रहा है, वहाँ से वो डांट लगा रहा है। ना मैं डाइस खेल सकता। पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, टेपस्टर, इंडल्जेंस चेस्ट। ये किधर हो सकता है? इसका ये guarded by 2 stones. Lion's crest. The armor of Prince of Lion's crest. Take your leave of crone and maiden, stand tall behind the gates. ये तो भाई पल्ले नहीं पड़ रहा भाई। ऑप्शनल कर मेन मिशन वाले। हाँ ये वाले तो वो तो समझ गया भाई मैं। ये तो आई अंडरस्टैंड कि ये करना है, बट मैं सोच रहा था पहले साइड क्वेस्ट करूँ ना, बट साइड क्वेस्ट के लिए जाना पड़ेगा कहीं यहाँ से बाहर है। आई फील लाइक नहीं, ट्रॉस्कोविट्स में कुछ नहीं है करने को। कुछ तो होगा ना यार। ये तो इम्पॉसिबल सी बात होगी भाई कि यहाँ कुछ करने को ही नहीं है। I do not believe it, brother. There must be something to do. I do not believe it. क्या मतलब इट्स टाइम फॉर मार्वल राइवल्स भाई? जब मेन मिशंस करेगा तब ऑटो क्या? तब ऑटो खुलेंगे साइड, मतलब ये पहले एक मेन मिशन करना ही पड़ेगा। ये कह रहा है तू, मतलब पहले एक मेन करना ही पड़ेगा।
Good day.
Well, good day.
Good day.
I heard they're going to cut down the old oak at the crossroads.
Oh, no. Why? A lovely tree like that. It's a nice place to rest when
भाई
you're
कितना
passing by
इमर्सिव
in
भाई,
summer.
रैंडम बात कर रहे हैं
The
भाई।
only bit of shade far and wide.
That's just it. Some noble was resting under it, not for shade, but because it was pissing down.
All the more reason to leave it be, no?
Aye, but the weather had been stormy for a few days, so one of the branches...
What's the matter? Did you drop something?
Can I ask?
Hmm?
Oh, I just remember. I really.
Here at this rate.
Don't worry. When's the last time you saw the bailiff get anything done on time? That tree will still be here long after we're gone. Well...
चलो भाई, have to end it here. I'll figure shit out. I'll stream tomorrow.